The Vee Trades technical analysis course is now live. Learn to read the chart the right way to prevent costly mistakes. Click the link below to start training now. What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for Meta platforms with the ticker symbol META. If you want a chart analysis guaranteed to be done, please read the description below. Also, take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. I appreciate it very much. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Does not constitute any financial advice. I will first go over what I've seen in the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. So here we have the daily chart for Meta platforms, and this thing is performing better than most stocks in the market. It's just crazy how well it's doing pretty much the past couple of months, outperforming many stocks, and probably even Bitcoin's been going up pretty much 100% since November of last year. So doing it really well, but we'll see how long this can last. So I believe last week I was looking for this second leg down right here. So this was the first leg down. Prices pulled back, and it was in the formation of the second leg. But you can see how prices bounced from this EMA. So when shorts saw that, they were like, okay, I'm gonna get out of here with a small profit or break even before we get stopped out, because we were probably supposed to break it with a good amount of force and not just see a bounce from it. So especially if we're making the second leg down. So I think traders were looking at that and they got out. You can see the prices are still finding support at the EMA and it wants to go higher. So it looks like we're going to probably be taking out that 197 level and probably reach the 200s fairly shortly. So let's take a look at this range right here. So this range has a lot to do with it, the price rising. So you can see this was range pattern right here. Prices broke outside the range on the top right over here, or let's just say this level at the 180 level. So there was a breakout. Prices tried to go down once, it went up, and then try to go down twice. So prices tried 2 times to come down below this 180 level, but failed. And you can see the bulls take advantage of that failure. How did they know it's going to fail? They didn't know for sure, but they were probably expecting it to fail. And once they saw that, they're like, okay, now's my chance to get a second leg higher. So you can see that the bears made their move. They made their 2 moves down, and now it's the bulls' turn to make their second move up. So you can see the bulls only had 1 move up, but the bears had 2 moves up. So it's kind of like chess. Every opponent has the next move. So it looks like the bulls move right now, and they're taking advantage of the shorts getting trapped. And it looks like it's really targeting these highs right here above these wicks at the 197 level. I mean, we're only 3 points away. So we're probably going to knock that out and reach maybe the low 200s fairly shortly. After that, I don't really see a lot of upside, for Meta platforms. Obviously, maybe this thing is bottomed and we're going to see a crazy amount of potential. But honestly, I can't call that. I don't see a lot of room for Meta platforms to go up after this second leg higher. I'll probably see a pullback after that. But I'm looking for maybe a potential double top to occur here. Well, we'll have to wait and see. But as right now, it does look like it can go a little bit more higher, looking for the 197 level, probably the low 200s. And then from there, I would be expecting, some selling at least by then. So that's all I have for Meta platforms. And I basically went over why we're seeing this price action move higher. I mean, no one knows for sure it was gonna go higher, but once they saw the shorts give this little movement right here and not much after, the longs saw that and they're like, okay, now it's my turn to trap the shorts. And they definitely took advantage of their stops. So looks like we're seeing a little move higher. So definitely Meta platforms is doing very good as right now in the short term though. Now let's take a look at the weekly chart. It's crazy how Meta platforms is outperforming Google, Amazon. I'd rather take Google, Amazon over Meta platforms any day. And Meta platforms is losing. Well, actually the revenue dropped year over year and the profit margin, while Google and Amazon have the revenue rising year over year. Maybe the profit margin did drop, but as right now, I mean, those stocks are not doing as good as Meta platforms technically on the charts. Anyway, so let's take a look at the weekly chart for Meta platforms. Wanted to go over this right here. So you can see that every time, well, there's only 2 times I have data for. So every time Meta platforms went below the EMA for multiple consecutive weeks and it got above it, it led to a good rally. Same thing happened in 2020. We got below the EMA for multiple consecutive weeks. Once we got back above it, it led to a massive rally. Same thing right over here, where we were below the EMA for consecutive months, and right when we get above it, maybe this leads to a massive rally. So just something to keep an eye on. It's not guaranteed we ever go back down, maybe to the 80s or whatever, but something to keep an eye on. You don't want to be 100% on anything, so it's good to say, hey, maybe I am looking at this wrong, so maybe I gotta look at it a different way. But as right now, it does look like that could potentially play out, so I just want to mention that. Especially we had this little downtrend right here, and you can see that we overshot it. Basically that's kind of a climactic point right over here. You see that this move right here is no longer inside the channel on the bottom side, so that was an overextension. So if you had an RSI, it would be extremely overextended. So you could just see it right here on the price chart that we were outside of the channel. So this usually can mark a bottom, especially when we had this massive move up. So we'll have to wait and see. As right now, Meta Platforms is probably gonna go a little bit more higher. I'm not seeing a lot more after that. We're very far from the EMA on the weekly chart, and we're trying to break out far away from the EMA. So there's not a lot of force left in Meta Platforms to make a big move from here. So I'm expecting a small move up, and then probably a decent sized pullback that we have not seen before. So that's how I'm looking at Meta Platforms, and I'll give you guys an update next week, Tuesday. Thank you for stopping by and checking my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel, since you might be surprised at what you can learn. Leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also share the video if you want your friends to learn about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel, since I want to deliver great content to you guys. See you next time, and bye.